YouTube. This will be a short update on my unboxing of the old timer 8OTB from Taylor brands, made in China. And it's 8OTB, not 18TB or 80TB, it's 8OTB, and the B stands for bone. I've been using this knife and I'm not been picky on what I used it for. It's been cutting hardwood, it's been cutting a lot of heavy duty plastic bags with wood pellets. I used it for food prep, the occasional cutting an apple, and a bit heavier stuff. And yes, it's been holding up very well. And I do want to mention something that I missed out on the unboxing because I couldn't quite find out. It's concerning the blade steel, what it is. Depends on where you look it up. The OTB series shows up as 440C on some pages. Taylor brand's own page, for instance, says 440C. A lot of retailers say HCR 13 MOV, which is the Chinese version of the same steel. Anyway, to me it doesn't really matter. To me it matters, does it work? And it does. And what I compare it to is the Victorinox knives. Very nice stainless steel, and I would say sharpness, edge retention, everything. I would say it's almost the same, if not a bit better than Victorinox. A bit better, maybe only because I have more blades to choose from, and I do use the sheepswood blade as the what is called box cutter or utility knife. So, which means the main blade will stay sharp longer because it doesn't give the heavy duty jobs. And for the very fine stuff where you really need a scalpel, I use the spade blade. So I'm not sure about the chemistry behind it, but it feels and behaves almost exactly like the stainless steel used in Victorinox knives. I did have some concerns because the blades in these Chinese stockman knives are very, very thin. They ground them very thin in order to get them all to fit in there. But there's a lot of room to spare. I would have liked if that extra room was used for blade steel and not air. On the other hand, I don't have any blade rub, so I was concerned though, because they are very thin, leaning towards too thin, but I haven't had any trouble with it. Maybe one day I'll break the tip off. So be it. For the price, you can't complain, but I do wish it came with a bit more steel in it, and I would be happy to accept some blade rub for that. So, but all in all, I'm very happy with it still, and I've been using it, not abusing it, but I've been using it as a work knife, as a tool, and it's holding up just wonderful. And it still looks very, very great, I think, with bone handles. So, yes, it's I would call this a recommendation from me, but do bear in mind that the blades are very thin. So if you are used to very thick blades, very zero tolerance or Medford knives or something like that, you won't like it. Then they are way too thin. If you're used to using a Victorinox or something like that, and you're into these classic knives, you'll probably like it. So, all in all, I'm still happy with it, and I have reached the conclusion that if I one day get the money, I will buy the more sturdy case version of this knife. They do still make the number 47 pattern stockman knife at Case Knives, which fits the bill just perfect. But they are more expensive, especially here in Europe. But I'm not very concerned that this knife won't last for a long time. So I do have the chance to put aside some money until I can afford the pattern 47 case stockman one day. Until then, I'll be the happy owner and user of this reasonable priced Chinese knife. Thank you for watching.